How you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a, I'm liking the fact that it's like it's about to rain. Actually, that would be nice. I ain't gonna lie. That it's not as hot. Fall is actually one of my favorite seasons because it's not like it ain't hot, but it's not cold. When it's cold, child, mm-mm. I hope it snows this year or this winter. I would like to see that. When you were in Georgia, I mean, it did snow like what? Was it like was it the beginning of this year? In like January, or what was that time? It was like in January or February or something. I don't know. It was like in the beginning of this year, and it snowed in Georgia. I mean, it snowed. Excuse me. I mean, it snowed. I was like, it's been a long time since I've seen snow like this. Like, what? But anyway, yeah, today is really nice. Like, it feels good. It's not hot. My phone is starting to get a little hot. But anyway, I just want to say this little part right here that I had wrote down, because I was like, you know what? I've never looked at it that way. Do you know that you are a bank for God? A bank. This is why it's so important for us to be good stewards over our blessings. To be good stewards over the promises that God is unfolding in our lives, that He is fulfilling at this very moment. Rather, it's going to be it's like what, 2 more days in this month, and then October is coming. We literally are in the last 3 months of this year. This time right here is very crucial. It's very critical of how you speak, of what you speak into. I will testify in a birthing month. I will steward my blessings in making, managing, and multiplying. You need to be good stewards over those 3 things: making, managing, and multiplying. Or making, multiplying, and then managing, because after you've made it and you've multiplied, now it's time for you to manage. It's time for you to be a good steward over it. Yeah, but we are little banks, just walking around, banks of God. You have to become a trusted bank for God to deposit His funds, His riches in you. Because when it comes time that He should be able to withdraw, when it comes time for Him to work through you and be a financial blessing in someone's life, it should be able to be there. Or it should be there. He should be able to do that. He should be able to withdraw whatever seed he wants you to sow. It should be available. You shouldn't be, your bank account should not be overdrafts or overdrawn. I wonder, because everything is spiritual. Say that your account is overdrawn. Will He charge you an overdraft fee? Because you have not been a good steward of what God has blessed you with. Especially when He bless you financially, and you're not managing that. Does he hit you up with the overdraft fee? That is a good one. That is something And we all know, we've all been there. I was like, man, my account's already, like right now, my account is literally overdrawn almost $400. I do not need to get hit with another overdraft fee. Can you imagine with us being banks and we're not managing, we're not stewarding what God has placed in his funds, his riches, because it's his money. It's not our money. It's his money. He just trusts us with what's his. So that way when he needs something done on whoever God has placed in our paths or what have you, he's able to come to that bank. Okay, well, let's see what's in the bank of Asia-Monet. Let's see. That's my first name, Asia-Monet, my first full name. Let's see what's in this bank. Let's see what we got in my checking account. How much in my savings? All right, let me transfer this amount to this person or this organization, or I mean, if you really think about it in those terms, every time God comes to the bank, every time God comes to you, it should be readily available. You have to become a trusted bank for God to deposit his funds, his riches in you. Because when it comes time for him to be able to withdraw the funds, the money, it should be available. We're like little banks walking around. That's why this is the time in the rising of entrepreneurs. This is the perfect time to start your business, your ministry, to write that book. God is raising you to be his bank. God is raising you to join the season of trusted banks that will be able to withstand of what we about to get hit with. That's powerful right there. That is powerful. You got to be about his business. You got to be about God's business. And God will be about your business. This is why one of the things, one of the blessings, if you notice, one of the fruits that his other children has, that they're successful in, is being debt free. Because how can you be a trusted bank when you owe someone? How can I trust you when you owe thousands of dollars to someone else, to another organization? I don't need no other entity tapping into what I have given you. I should be able to walk in a bank, put in my chip, my chipped card, and withdraw whatever I need to withdraw. Because there is somebody I have placed in your path that I need you to bless. And I need for you to be ready. That was fresh. That's good. Yep. That is crazy. This is one of the things I love, because I'm a writer. I write, especially when I be writing in my journal. when I be writing in my journal, God, that's when he pours down. That's when he speaks to me. It'd be like having a revelation. And I'm like, you know what, God, I didn't even see it that way, in that perspective. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to start praying that God shape me and mold me. I know it's a lot easier than said. Okay? But that's part of your inheritance. That's part of your birthright. That you're debt free. That you don't owe no one. You have money. You are wealthy. Because we don't serve no broke God, so you should not be broke. For you to become a trusted bank. For you to become a trusted source financially for God. But because he cannot trust you when it comes to money. You have no discipline, no self-control. Every time there's a sale, even when there's not a sale, you be having hundreds of items in your cart. I had to learn that. I mean, I still got my carts. Temu, Amazon, TikTok, and all that other stuff. Especially Amazon. Amazon is very expensive. TikTok, I haven't been on TikTok much. And I'm an online shopper. I just like it. Just getting a notification. It's outside your door. I love that. It's part of my lifestyle. But there are times where you gotta be disciplined. You just can't be out here wilding. Because when God comes to the bank, when God checks that checking account, he gonna be like, now I know for sure, I know good and well, I had this amount. And then you be like, huh? It's there. What I spent it on, I ain't buy nothing. And then God looking at you like this. You ain't buy nothing. So all these thank you for purchasing from us emails that you just got, really okay. See, I'm gonna have to hold back on you because now I gotta grow you up and being more disciplined. Ugh. Now I gotta grow you up, being, you know what I'm saying, have more self-control when it comes to your spending habits. And let me tell you, that lesson on his own, baby, that's not a fun lesson. That lesson right there will get you in trouble. that lesson right there will get you some delays. that whoo, child. That lesson on being managing your money, being more responsible over your money, financially responsible, financially manageable. They don't even go together. They don't even make sense. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You gotta manage your money. Manage God's money. Yeah, that right there. Let's ask God to help us become more trustworthy with his savings and his check-ins and his business accounts, his credit accounts. Okay, because it all belongs to him at the end of the day. You say it's mine, yeah, it is. But it belongs to him first. It's his. Okay, he's just able to trust you with it, for you to not touch it, for you to not be tempted. Every time you get a text, and you know you need to unsubscribe to them text messages that be, oh, we got a sale going on, Bath and Bodies, Bath and Bodies. We got a sale going on. I don't need to be notified every time y'all have a sale on candles. You know, be having the room smelling like you forgetting where you are sometimes. I'm like, wait, oh, I'm still in my room. I thought I was on the island somewhere. I thought I was laying in bed in the cabin somewhere. Get you caught up. But yes, be a more trustworthy bank account for God. Let that be a prayer point in your prayers. Not a fun journey, but you will overcome. Trust me, I know. I didn't realize how bad it was for me until I had gotten my first apartment. Listen, it hits different when you have your own place and you got a little money coming in, and you discovered how comfortable you've become with online shopping. And one of the many things I love purchasing online is books. 2 places I go to buy books. It's called Thrift Books. Yeah, Thrift Books. You could literally get good books for like less than $10. I mean, you know, used books, whatever. And Amazon, because I'm like building my library. So I don't have my own place where I live by myself now, but I will. And that's one of the many favorite things I love to shop for. And as I have grown closer with God, I have ordered books of Miles Monroe. Some of us know about Miles Monroe and Joshua Giles and all these people. Well, Miles Monroe, he's no longer here. Yeah, he's dead. He died. And when people that you listen to, that you follow, that you know that is of God, you know is of God, because the fruits, you judge them by the fruits. You know, you have that discernment. Some of them, especially when it comes to podcasts and they bring them on, they tell you, you know, I have a book out, it's available on Amazon, whatever, and I will most definitely do that. I have so many books in my cart that I haven't even bought yet. Again, I put a whole halt on online shopping, because that was something that he had to deal with me, because the promises that he has for me, baby, I ain't got to worry about another 9 to 5. In fact, he told me, don't even waste your time putting in an application. Don't even waste your time wasting your gas driving around trying to find another job, because what I have for you, you won't need that. I have a whole lifestyle for you. Lifestyle flowing with milk and honey. And he's speaking the same thing over you. Whatever assignment that he has for you, he is speaking that over you too. God wants to do so many godly transactions through you. He wants to raise up. He wants to help you. He wants to build communities through you. He wants to develop so many things claim territories, and you do that. You do that effectively with money. What you think God has for you is better than what God actually has for you. Because I thought that it was going to happen this way and that way, and it happened this way, but it didn't happen like I thought it was going to happen. He really did went beyond and above, like they say in Ephesians 3:20. What you expect, he's going to do more. And you got to be a trusted source for him to work through you. Because not only are you a trusted source, but he's trusting you with people that he's trying to reach out to. Think about that. So build on being trusted with God. And make that part of your prayer point. It's gonna happen. It's gonna work. Trust me. I'm a lot better where I am now than I was, because I really couldn't resist, and I found myself having to put in overtime and having to literally had to put in overtime because I spend money. Now it's different because you know that you're doing overtime, so you splurge. There's nothing wrong with buying you stuff every now and then, but when it gets to the point to where you can't resist, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just have to say no, depending on what situation you're in, or what that's on you. But we can't be that way when God is growing us to be banks. Because what if God say no? You know, what if you want to do something and it costs money? You just never know, right? I don't know, but I know there's a reason why God is working this kink out. What if you gotta obey, baby? Order from them funds. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys that look at yourself as a trusted bank. And you know, when you're a bank that's trusted and you got trusted funds working in you, baby, you know how many people are trying to open up an account with you? Relationships, because your reputation, you're well known. Be like, oh yeah, they're good. They're good over there. You know how many people will recommend you? Wow, God. You know how many people will recommend you because of your reputation, because of your relationship with money? And you also got to have discernment too, because people will be out here, and then you be having those people in family too. They be asking you for money, and then they be, oh, I forgot to pay you back. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Make that part of your prayer points, and you know, a part of your prayer requests, that you want to be a trusted bank, because that literally will open up doors that God wants you to walk through. That's for you to walk through. We here, y'all. We are here. We've been waiting for this moment for years. We've been crying in our prayers for years for this moment. We are here. Now it's just time for us to possess the land. All right. I'll see you guys another time.